Hello everyone, I am Deflesh3004. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always appreciate you coming to check out the channel. Sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. So right over here, as you know, we have this thing here making the fused modular frames. And I have these going over to some places. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of the aluminum casings in coming really quick. I'll go over that in a quick minute. And there's also a couple of other things that I want to go over real quick before we actually get into things. So hopefully, you can see what all has been happening, and it will explain things a little bit better. Over here, as you know, I have the cooling units, the cooling whatever they are things, the heat things. So we have those, and over here I also put in the cooling system. I've already made a whopping lot of those, so that's good, and that'll help out quite a bit. So when I was setting this up, I kind of made one mistake, and well, multiple mistakes, but one major mistake. I hooked up this pipe right here to that side right there, and I could not figure out why when I went to here it wasn't showing any of the nitrogen gas. I was like, well, that's nitrogen gas. That's got to be nitrogen gas. And so I came over to here. I'm telling on myself because I think it's funny. I came over to here and I'm looking at it, and I click on this pipe right here because you can see there is a pipe that has a piece sticking off of it. This is what I used, and when I clicked on it, I clicked on here, and I'm like, well, that's nitrogen gas. And then I looked, and it said alumina solution. So I did not put in an alumina solution. I did not put in nitrogen gas. I put in alumina solution. So then I repiped it, and it worked out just fine. If you do happen to do that, you have to rebuild the whole pipe network from wherever it is that you started out at, from the junction or whatever, because this has a different liquid or gas in it than what the other one did. It doesn't do like here and replace a lot of things. You have to do it all over again, and from the junction, not the whole pipe network, but if just from where you hook it up at to the machine. So I just thought I would let you know that. Okay, in here we have the cooling systems, as I said. So we have all of that happening, and I'll go over this here real quick. Right now, over here, I have a whole bunch of those frames. I got these going, and I've been making a whopping lot of them. It's been hard, it's been a challenge, but I now have a good system for doing it. This thing is staying up really high with the aluminum casings. And so as you can see, they're screaming along here at a pretty good clip. All of this is now level 3 for these because I had to use that. You can see conveyor belt Mark 3 because it wasn't getting enough in to do anything. So these things are starting to get stacked up now pretty good, and I have those, backed up to right here. They're still... It looks like it's actually done filling up, so that one is going to be one fused frame in this thing with probably 50 or so. So there is that. I also have the batteries going from the battery blender right here, which is a lot in there. 109, okay, it makes 10 batteries or something like that at a time. So that's not bad, or I guess it just, probably makes 20... Let's see, wait, makes one battery. For whatever reason, it isn't making any more batteries right now, and usually it does, unless maybe it makes a whole bunch of batteries at one time, and probably that's what it does. So at any rate, those guys are going over here, and I have the batteries going all the way over into this truck station. I thought that was a truck station. So, excuse me. So they're in here because they kept on running out of coal for the battery, so now I won't have to worry about coal. The coal was being taken. That train right here, right down there, was taking all the coal, and I guess it's this, wherever the coal train is, yeah, that's the coal train, was taking it down, and it was being used for a lot of other things. So I kind of had to figure out new things for the batteries. The batteries here are going all the way down over here because the truck, or the tractor that is over there hauling the copper, was also out more than once of coal. So, and I'll explain all this in here in a quick minute too. So I just went ahead and put batteries in that truck station, and then I decided to go ahead, and if I'm going to do that, to go ahead and put it in this truck station as well. So now I have batteries going to 3 of the truck stations. And actually that's going to help out a lot. And then over here I have a truck station with a whole bunch of coal in there, and it's being used. And right here I did make a truck. I had to make the, you know, when you make those things right there, those the lines, I actually don't like it because you don't have the freedom that you did when you just drove the truck or the tractor or whatever. It's a lot harder to do because it only goes in certain, ways, and it was a royal pain. This one also has the batteries in it, so that way I can keep everything going, and that's going to help out a lot. The coal was all the way down over here, and it was being used to do that stuff down there where the nuclear reactor is. We're getting closer to it now. It's coming closer, and as you know, I have the factories for the alumina solution and that here, but I decided to build another factory because I was constantly running out of these aluminum casings, because it uses, well, 50 of them for each one of those frames, and so that's quite a lot. So I just went ahead and built another one of these over here. The water wasn't the problem, it was getting everything else, including the coal, which of course had to go into here to be able to make the aluminum scrap. And then that comes into this foundry, which I have the silica going out. I did have it going in, and then I just was overwhelmed with silica. And silica is now on level 3 for here, and it's way, way, way backed up, but there's also the other 2 down here that are making it too. So this thing's finally, it's starting to get a little bit low. That train comes, it fills it up quite often, but I'm making a whopping lot of casings, and that's what I need. So back to over there, I did do a couple of things, and I'll go and show you what those are. And then the coal is, see that blue line right there, or that blue beacon with the coal up on top? That's, or you can't really tell it's coal, but that blue circle up there is where the coal is, and it's actually just back over that way and up over that way a little bit. I've been over there a few times, and so I needed more coal, and it was pure coal. There's also an impure node, but I took the pure one because it's better. 3 each. So I've also been making something else, and in here I started the thermal rocket propulsion. I haven't done anything with this yet. I haven't turned this on. I'm going to. I want to do this with you. I had this in my inventory, so I just threw those in there so that way, I would have them. So I just wanted to make sure that you could also see this part, because I haven't ever done the thermal rocket propulsion. And then over here in this one, I guess it isn't this one, should be, why are there 2 high-speed connectors? Holy moly. That's crazy. Over here in this one, I have the turbo motors going, cooling system, radio control unit, motors, and rubber. So I have all of this happening. This guy's completely full. And now that we have all those frames and everything, and I took those modular engines from all the way over there and piped them to over here, so those containers get empty, and then I can rework that stuff down there a little bit. But for right now, let's turn this on so we can make the thermal propulsion rocket. We need that for the phase 4, as you can see up there in on the right side. And I've been putting stuff in to help other things out. Let's go and turn this baby on. Let's get this going, and let's see if we can actually get this stuff happening. That's going to take 120 seconds, 2 full minutes, to make a rocket propulsion system. This takes 32 seconds, so that's quite a big difference. And of course the blenders are actually pretty doggone quick, I do gotta say. So this one is like 10 seconds to make the cooling systems. So everything is going pretty good. It seems to be working pretty good. This also takes the all-clad aluminum sheets, so I will be using a lot of that stuff. And I do have enough all-clads. I'm not worried about that. But man, this has been a challenge hard. I kept on running out of rubber, so I had to make a whopping lot of changes here to get stuff to happen. And I had to move some rubber to over here. I had to rework a bunch of things, and this has been a royal challenge. So we're also making the turbo motors, and that's good. And now we have these frames over here also happening, which again is also good. As you can see how far down they already are, and that's fine with me. Then I took a whole bunch of screws because I kept on running low, and screws are going everywhere. And then over here, as you know, we have the heavy modular frames. I also have something in here that I'll show you in a minute, but over here right now I have the electromagnetic control rods, which I have a lot of in there, and I have the stators, which I have a lot of in here. So this stuff is being made right now for one reason. I had it over here, but I decided to move it over here because it was just going to work out better for everything that I had to do. And then once this guy right here gets empty, this is those framework things, the versatile frameworks. Once this gets empty, then I will just have this come over to here and we'll begin making some more versatile framework. But for right now, what I'm going to do is come over to here and we're going to get something out that we can use. Let's go into here. This is magnetic field generators. So there's 50 of those there. That's nice. That'll help. Then I can come back to over here and I can begin doing a whole bunch of stuff over here. So the main thing that I found out is over there, there's pretty much impure and normal coal, and it just wasn't able to produce enough to keep this truck station full when it's sending coal out that way, and also all the coal that's needed back here and for the steel. It just wasn't able to keep up with this. So I shut 2 of these down and I took everything out of them except for I guess that 42 coal. There shouldn't be anything else in there because I disconnected them, so that way I didn't have to worry about them. I can always reconnect them later if I want to. So this has been a huge work. But right now I also do have a lot of power. Well, quite a bit of power. I have 4350 that I'm making, and I'm only using like almost 3,000. So I do have like 1,300 over or so, 1,500 over. Man, this has been a royal challenge. This is fun. I do like this. It's just, it gets very hard very quick, but it's been a blast. So in here, I do play this all the time because it just seems like I can't stop playing it. I have the assembly director systems, which I'm going to take out some more of. And we're going to go ahead and start popping that stuff in here so we can get this thing going. So now there is a whole bunch more director systems, and now there's more magnetic field generators. Then we need the thermal propulsion rocket. We need 250 of those, and then we'll have to figure out the nuclear pasta. One thing we have to do as well, and before I can get the nuclear stuff going, I want to open up this here. Because if we don't open this up, we're going to be sorry. Let's go to particle enrichment, and let's go to select this milestone. 50 of the turbos, 100 of the modular frames, 200 cooling systems, and 2,500 quick wire. Let's just go and select that, and let's start gathering up all of this stuff, and we'll see if we can get all this stuff put in. So I got a whole bunch of the stuff going now, and I do believe that things are going to be ready. Let's just go and take out some more of these magnetic field things, magnetic field generators. We have 50 more of those, and this is somewhat keeping up. The frames have definitely dropped. It's just struggling to make as many frames as I need, and yes, I can divert these, but then when I need stuff from, you know, the filters, then I won't be able to get that because I will need those frames. So I do kind of have to keep those going, at least for right now. Now let's go over here. Let's go get those thermal propulsion rockets. We do have quite a bit of stuff in here that's going to help. Okay, there we go. And then I need a whole bunch of cooling systems. So let me see if I can actually... Let me see. Am I out of room? I'm out of room. Got to get a whole bunch of those going. And then we can put those in for the next thing, and that's going to be good. So we have thermal propulsion rockets coming, and those are getting in. And then we can do this right over here, too. So let's just go up to here, and let's just slap those bad boys and those bad boys in, too. Then let's get the cooling system things. That way we can have those. We need 200 of those. We only have 54, and we only have 38 of the 50 motors, turbo motors. They are definitely coming. It's just the rubber is right now the slow part. So let me just go and slap that rubber in there. That will help. The rubber is just so slow, and I may see about converting one of these. I just don't know how much plastic I'm going to have for sure. And I've also been thinking about just converting these over to the other energy, because these only do 75 watts. It's 75 megawatts. It's not very much. And yeah, the petroleum coke is decent, but again, if I can take out one of these and put in one of those generators, like probably from like this one or something, because this is just hooked up to this one over here, then I should be able to be okay. But that's going to take away the rubber, so I'll probably have to do another one. I guess I could do like this one over here and then just hook him up, but I won't need this guy here, that's for sure. And then I can actually have a generator right there, and that would actually help out quite a bit. Then I can get rid of some other stuff, and that would help out. Let me go dump these first, get these in. We still have a ways to go for the motors. That's going to be the problem. The cooling units are coming. Just everything right now is slow, because, you know, it does take a while to do all of this stuff. So let's just put in whatever we can. Things are coming along. It's just not as fast as I would like, of course. Let's go ahead and put in these motors that we need, and we'll put in the cooling systems, and there we go. Now we're ready for the particle enrichment. Sweet.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
She's been watching what I've been doing? Wow. So, yes, this is a hot mess, and yes, there's a mass amount of stuff. And she's not wrong. I mean, I gotta admit that right there. She is not wrong. I can't convert these because I don't have oil or anything, so these ones are just gonna have to stay. But that's a-okay with me because they are still doing what they need to. But right now, what I really need to do is go and see if we can get some other things happening. I want to go see about the particle accelerator. I did build up on this area up here because I thought it was a good little area to build up on. I probably won't like, you know, do any building on anything like this up here, but, you know, you never know. You never know. Let me go ahead and get rid of these guys, and then I should be doing pretty good. And I can grab that slug, too. Still have enough room. Sweet. I didn't even know that this guy was here, actually, to be honest. I had no clue. I guess that's going to fill me up, so I think I'd much rather have the slug, if I was going to be honest. This guy is going to be worth a lot more. In the end, I didn't even know if this purple one was up here. I just thought I would come up here to see and sure enough, there is one all the way up here. The yellow one down there we can get now too, because, you know, we do have a way to get down there. Well, that guy actually doesn't look too far away now, does he? Of course, he still is. He's a freaking long ways away, but, you know, hey, it's all good. Okay. Then I can just go put this away real quick. I can always come back up and grab those guys. That's not that big of a deal. Now, let's go look at something. I want to go see how much it's going to be to put in that particle accelerator. It's not as bad as what I thought. I thought it would be a lot worse than that. That's pretty doggone easy, to be perfectly honest with you. How much room do I got? I don't got a lot, so I'm definitely going to have to figure some things out. That's going to be the fun part. I'm actually going to drop some of that rubber, and I'll figure out some things to drop, and then we'll see if we can get that built and see just how big that may be, and figure out a place where we can put that, because that's going to be very interesting. Let's go see about this particle accelerator now. So let's go and see. Hopefully it won't be like super ginormous, but it's probably going to be a lot bigger than I think it is. Okay, so that, holy moly, that thing is huge. I think it'd almost be better fitting in something like that, you know that? I mean, it's going to be big any way you do it, but I didn't realize it was going to be quite that massive. So I can actually stick it in. I just want to go see what that's going to take, so let's just go and do that. Holy moly, that thing's huge. I mean, it only makes sense. All the other ones just keep getting bigger and bigger, except for the blender, and it's still pretty doggone big. So this is the particle accelerator. I like how it has that. Those things probably are going to do something, I'm sure. So let's go see. Nuclear pasta. Okay, we need, it looks like, the copper and the copper powder, and we need pressure conversion cube in the assembler. Okay, so we're gonna have to have, looks like, more stuff for that. We're definitely gonna have to make pressure conversion cube. Let's go make another assembler. It's gonna have to be somewhere between these two, but maybe there'll be room up here. I do know that I probably don't need this. I needed at the time these high-speed connectors, but I don't think I need those now. And right now I am going to be short on room. So what I'm thinking is, let me just go and shut this down. Okay, and then I can take this out. And I can always figure out a place for that, because I'm going to need it. And looks like making supercomputers, the high-speed connectors are just going to have to go someplace. But I don't think I'm going to worry about, you know, what I can do with them right now. I'm just going to keep this one here. This one should be good enough. And let me just go ahead and take out this stuff, because I won't need it. Okay. That's going to help. And then I'll take that out as well. Let me go see if I can find a place to put all of these. I'm going to need quite a bit of it to be able to do anything. And then I'll have to get these guys out too. This is definitely turning into a work, I do got to say. But that particle accelerator is pretty doggone awesome. Alright, I have this particle accelerator ready to go, and right now it's going to take 200 copper powder and of course some pressure conversion cubes. Up here I did take out that thing, the manufacturer, and I put in 2 of these. So that way I can have this in, and that should help out a little bit. We are out of fused modular frames, so I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how I can get some more. I may have to do some more aluminum just to get some of that stuff going, because it is not coming along as good as I would have hoped. But it is happening, it is working, it's just not as fast as I was hoping it would be. Okay, let's go ahead and get that particle accelerator going. And I did already take out the pieces to put into the space elevator. So we have 200 of the magnetic field generators, the rocket propulsion system 100, and I did put in 50 more of the director systems. So we do have that. Now, I'm going to have to get some power to over here. And I don't know if I can use you or not. I probably can. So let's go to here and let's go see what all this takes. This is going to take, it's like we're going to need one of those cubes. We need 200 of that powder, and that's going to be the crazy part because, well, the powder is over here, and the powder is ingots, the copper ingots that are being crushed in the constructor. So that's what this is right here. That's just making the copper powder. And that's okay. That is working. I'll just go and take that out so I can put that in faster. And then we will go and check this out and just go see what the heck is going on over here. Oh, whoa. That's crazy. So that thing's going full tilt. Wow, that's cool. Holy moly. Whoa. That's crazy. And then it will start all over again once it has everything loaded up. That's going to be draining our energy real quick. Like, look at that. Wow. We have jumped up a long ways. That's crazy. This thing sucks a whopping lot of power. That's why we need the nuclear energy. That is so cool, man. I do like that. That's awesome. That's crazy. Coolest thing I think I've ever seen. Oh wow, that took 1,500 energy. Holy moly, we are going to be running out of energy stupid fast right now. Wowzers. That is crazy. Well, we have one nuclear pasta. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I'm thinking about converting these because I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to do something because this is just not going to work. So, I do kind of need the plastic, but I need rubber more than that. So, what I'm thinking is I am going to most likely, I'm just going to have to convert these guys because I don't have a lot of choice in the matter. And what I'm going to do is see if I can redirect that this stuff here to go into here. That shouldn't be too bad to do, and then we can have that going too. And that should actually work out pretty good. So, then I will just go ahead and remove you. I'm going to remove... That was not the right one, was it? Doggone it. I need that rubber. Well, I guess I can always convert one of these to rubber as well, I guess. I can always do that. Select recipe, and let's just go ahead and do that. I think that'll help. I'll put this one back in. I got that set up, so now we do have a little bit more power coming in. It's not a lot, but it is enough, and that will help. Now, I'm going to have to go back to that particle accelerator and go see what is going on here. Okay, we have 2 nuclear pasta. We don't have enough copper powder right now. It is coming. It's just very slow. So it does take a while for that to be, and I don't know if we're... Okay, it looks like we do have enough copper ingots. I just gotta go make sure that we always have enough copper ingots. But it should be okay, and it looks like it is gonna be okay. It's just a little bit slower than what I thought it would be. So now I'm just gonna upgrade some things and make sure that all this is working smoothly, and then we'll see if we can get out some of those parts and get those done. For right now, this is about all I can do. I only have 15 of the nuclear pastas, mainly because right here I am running out of the copper powder. I did take some other copper from all the way over there where I have some copper, and I threaded it all the way through so that way it can come over this way, and it's going through the truck station because that's about the shortest path that there is for it. Besides trying to figure out some way to drop it down here and figure out some sort of weird path that's going to be a little difficult. I just decided to take it through the truck station. There is no more in the truck station. It is going as fast as it can go. And this truck station is just pretty much staying empty. And I'm afraid that the copper over there is also getting ran down. But I also did get some other ones of the aluminum casings from that right over there, right in front of us. Not this one, but that one over there. Excuse me. So that way I have that, and have a whole bunch of aluminum casings. That's actually helping out a lot. Now all I need is a copper powder, and it's coming. It just isn't as fast. It takes 200 copper, so we do have 16 nuclear pasta. We can take that out and actually put that in over there, and maybe we can actually take out a few of these other things as well and start getting them filled up. I think that would be a good thing to do. I do have enough room. And then we're going to have to call this quits. This is definitely getting very difficult. I will say that much. It is getting downright hard because I'm having to transfer so much stuff from so many places and then go out and try to find some more stuff. And oh man, this is becoming a little bit of a problem right now. We only have 16 nuclear pasta, but we are very close to that. Almost ran into that guy. But we are doing okay. We still have everything happening, and that's good. And it is like early morning right now, so I mean like early morning, like the sun is up kind of morning. So I've been staying up trying to get this done, well, because I'm having fun with it, and it's just kind of very addicting right now, so I do enjoy this. Just trying to figure out how I can get this copper. If I do it any faster, I'm going to be running out real quick where I have it coming from, and that's not going to help that out any. So, in any case, this is Satisfactory, and we now have this thing here, whatever it's called, the particle accelerator going, and this is actually very, very cool. It is working, it is doing what it needs to do, and that's pretty awesome. So now we have a whole bunch of stuff happening. We're gonna put another one of these over there to make the stuff for the plutonium pellets, but we gotta make sure that we also have this right here, the non-fissile uranium, and then we're gonna have to have a lot of other stuff too. So things are coming along pretty good. It's just going to be a little bit before we can actually get nuclear power. But right now, as far as power goes, we do have quite a bit. We have 5525, and I've been trying to convert quite a few of these from either the coal or the, you know, the purple stuff to the heavy oil residue to just straight fuel. That way that can burn a lot better. It doesn't last as long, but it puts out a lot, and 250 is better than nothing. That's what I gotta say. So the turbo fuel does burn quite a bit slower, but it's also harder to make. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video, and we are getting some things done. It's just a very, very slow process right now, and it's going to continue to be slow for a while as we continue to work on things and get a bunch of stuff done. It's not exactly the fastest process that I've ever been through, that's for sure. So now I'm going to have to make sure I keep rubber going so I can keep these motors going at 24 rubber each. It is causing a little bit of a problem. I'm just trying to keep everything running, and boy howdy, this is tough. It's a blast, but it is tough. So you have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.